All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our TensorFlow course, and we're still doing our malaria model checkpoint module. Let's have a look at what we're going over today. We are having a pretty interesting hiccup. I don't know exactly what's going on as of yet, but let me show you what we're working with. I didn't mean to start on this page here, so let me go up. So yesterday, as you recall, we were trying to use the checkpoint callback here in our callbacks, and we were getting an error after we ran our first epic. Now, even with the error point, well, even with the error being thrown, we still creating a folder called checkpoints, but we just didn't add anything into it, no information or anything particular important. It's just creating a folder called checkpoints because we only got to run one epic and then everything crashed. So what I did was I didn't change anything with the code. I didn't change not one piece. I didn't even comment out the checkpoint piece of code. All I did was call on a different section of the code, something we worked on previously, the scheduler callback. And I called on that instead of calling on a checkpoint callback to see what would happen. And as you can see, everything is working perfectly fine. So this is our first epic so far. Let me see how far we made it. So we're in our second epic right now, and we still are running live. So it's still moving forward fine with no issues at all. And like I said, I didn't change anything with the code. The only thing I did was I'm calling on a scheduler callback now instead of the checkpoint callback. So I'm a little confused as to what could be going on. Why could just this one section here be calling could be generating an error even after it worked properly after the first epic? Then all of a sudden it crashed, and all I did was I didn't call on it. I just called on a different section of the code. Let me stop doing that for something that goes on. All I did was call on a different section of the code, and everything's working perfectly fine. I didn't change anything within the code. I didn't move not one comma. I didn't do anything. I didn't comment anything out. All I did was call on a different section of the code, and as you can see, it's working perfectly fine. So that makes me a little nervous to try to troubleshoot, because what if I do change something in the code to try to alleviate the problem with this checkpoint callback? Will it throw an error for everything else that's working perfectly fine? Trying to fix this one particular piece of code? I'm not sure. But again, I'm going to have to try to do something because, like I said, to have to move forward, we're going to have to build off of everything that we worked on previously. So if the checkpoint callback isn't working the way it should be, I may have to remove it from the code altogether. So I don't know exactly what I should do as of now. I'm going to keep on troubleshooting throughout the night, and I'll even give it until tomorrow. But beyond that, if it's not working perfectly fine, I'm going to have to find either a good workaround or just remove it from the code altogether. Like I said, I didn't change not one thing in the code. All I did was call on a different section of it, and everything's working right back to perfectly fine. Even when I ran a checkpoint before it threw an error, it started generating a folder that it was going to start collecting data in, but then it stopped working. As I showed you the folder, the checkpoints folder. So yeah, I'm a little stumped. I don't know what's going on exactly yet. I'm going to keep troubleshooting, but like I said, I am a little nervous to try to troubleshoot and fix something, trying to alleviate this one particular problem that may throw errors for everything else when everything else is working fine. So yeah, but okay, I'm going to keep a troubleshooting. Like I said, I will keep moving forward with it and trying to find a workaround. If not, then the final solution would be just taking that piece of code out altogether and keep on moving forward with our malaria module. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. But for now, this is the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.